precisely 6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Danushka Madhavala and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. Sri Lanka will receive its first batch of vaccine for COVID-19 before April New Year. Media Minister says that it is hilarious that the people who delayed local government elections to calling the government to hold the elections. MP S.B. Disanayake said that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has secured the press freedom of the country. The government says that Sri Lanka Press Council law is to be amended to cover new media. Sri Lanka's first ever fabric park will commence operations from mid-next year. News overseas, India to export COVID vaccines within weeks. Local news in detail now. Chief Advisor to the President Lalit Veeratunga believes Sri Lanka will receive its first batch of vaccine for COVID-19 before April New Year. Speaking during an interview, he said discussions in this regard are in the final stages. Stating that the vaccine could be received by end of February or first week of March, Veeratunga said it definitely can be given to the citizens by April this year. He further said that the procedure under which the vaccine will be distributed has already been formulated. He said, as per the advice of the World Health Organization, the vaccine will initially be provided to health workers. As per the National Vaccination Plan, it will be given next to the frontline personnel of the Triforces and the police. Media Minister Talia Roberts said that it is hilarious that the people who delayed local government elections for 2.5 years are calling the government to hold the elections. The minister, addressing a ceremony at Wattegama Kandy, said that the present government protects the rights of the people. The present government takes the right decision at the right time. The government will never escape the problems. He added that the opposition is trying to gain petty political objectives. He added that the government has faced the pandemic situation successfully. MP S.B. Disanayake said that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has secured the press freedom of the country. He added that present government under the leadership of the president has given full freedom to the state media institutions as well. Board of Investment Chairman Sanjay Mohatala said that fulfilling one of the most urgent needs of the local appeal sector, Sri Lanka's first ever fabric park, will commence operations from mid-next year in Eravur in Batticlaw. This is one of the top priorities for the Board of Investment for 2021. He added that the 275-acre plot park, which received the cabinet approval, was planned from early 2020 on, has now reached the final stage, and they envisage around $300 million from 5 investors who have already committed for this. More foreign textile manufacturers will be invited to set up factories within this zone. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news. Continuing with more stories here at home. UNDP resident representative in Sri Lanka, Mr. Robert Jerkham, officially handed over the Global Human Development Report to Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa yesterday at his official residence in Vijayarama. The HDR is the annual flagship report published by the Human Development Report Office of the UNDP that evaluates and measures human progress. This year's 30th publication emphasizes on the relationship between people and nature, focusing on the impact that human activity has on the earth and stresses on the importance of improving people's lives while working towards an inclusive and sustainable future for all, the Prime Minister's office said in a media release. Police media spokesperson DIG Ajit Rohana said that 74 persons were arrested during the last 24 hours for not wearing face masks and failing to maintain social distancing in public areas. DIG Rohana stated that 2,172 suspects have been arrested since October 30th for violating quarantine laws. Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana stated that rapid antigen tests and PCR tests will be carried out on those who do not wear face masks instead of taking legal action against them. Tourism Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said all international airports will be open for foreign tourists and returning Sri Lankans from January 21st under strict health guidelines. The minister said that he expects that the resumption of commercial and charter flight operations will be back to normal gradually by January 23rd. Addressing the media in Colombo yesterday, the minister said this decision was taken as part of the government's program of reviving the tourism industry in the country, which was badly hit by COVID-19 pandemic. He added that nearly 3 million people are dependent on the tourism industry and they were adversely affected due to the pandemic. CID yesterday arrested 3 directors of Swarna Mahal Jewellers, including its former managing director, for running an unauthorized finance business. Attorney General had directed CID to arrest former directors of Swarna Mahal Jewellers Limited on charges of running an unauthorized finance business. Attorney General directed the IGP to conduct criminal investigations against directors of ETI Finance and Swarna Mahal Jewellers with regard to unauthorized acceptance of deposits of 13.7 billion rupees. That's on local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The government says that Sri Lanka Press Council law is to be amended to cover new media. According to a government statement, the Sri Lanka Press Council was established by the Sri Lanka Press Council Law No. 5 of 1973 with the objective of preventing any prejudice to the public through press coverage and to establish a cordial relationship between journalists and the public. It has been identified that the Press Council should be structurally reformed and reorganized, covering electronic, print, and new media as a tribunal for journalists and media institutions and as a center that promotes media education. As a result, a proposal to amend the Sri Lanka Press Council law has received cabinet approval.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on Watchlight, police said that rapid antigen tests or polymerase chain reaction tests could be conducted on those who are not wearing face masks in public in addition to taking legal action. Police spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana requested the public to wear the face masks at all time and also to maintain social distancing in public.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Headlines of the world news. India to export COVID vaccines within weeks. Ambulances in Los Angeles told not to report or rather transport some patients to hospital. Bond actress and Charlie's Angel, Talia Roberts, dies at 65. We move on to world news in detail now. India will begin exporting locally made coronavirus vaccines within a fortnight of their launch, a foreign ministry official has told. The official dismissed reports that India would ban exports of vaccines it is producing to meet local demand. India makes about 60% of vaccines globally, and many countries are eagerly waiting for it to begin shipping doses. It has formally approved the emergency use of 2 vaccines as it prepares to begin giving jabs in January. India plans one of the world's biggest inoculations, seeking to immunize about 300 million people by July. The country's drugs regulator has given the green light to 2 vaccines, one developed by AstraZeneca with Oxford University and one by local firm Bharat Biotech. Ambulance workers in Los Angeles County, California, have been told not to transport hospital patients that have extremely low chances of survival. The directive comes as officials say the region could soon hit over 1,000 COVID-related deaths per day, and hospitals are overrun with patients. Emergency workers have also been told to ration oxygen, which is in short supply due to the pandemic. Hospital beds in LA are running low, and officials fear a post-holiday spike. New York City issued a similar directive to ambulance workers in April 2020 at the height of the city's COVID outbreak, instructing them not to bring in patients who were unable to be resuscitated at the scene. Finally, on world news, former Bond actress and Charlie's Angel Talia Roberts has died in hospital in Los Angeles at the age of 65. Roberts appeared with Sir Roger Moore in his final Bond film, 1985's A View to a Kill, and had a recurring role in that 70s show. She has also starred in the final series of Charlie's Angels on TV in 1980. Her death was prematurely announced on a Monday, only for doctors to say she was still alive. However, her death was then confirmed on Tuesday. Roberts had collapsed while walking her dogs on 24th December and was admitted to Los Angeles Cedars Sinai Medical Center. That's on World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And on development news, Agriculture Minister Mahindananda Alutkamage stated that there are 5 mafias currently operating in agriculture which are obstructing the pro-country movement of building a manufacturing economy instead of an import economy. The minister stated that these large-scale mafias such as paddy, rice, vegetables, seeds and fertilizers are completely destroying the future of agriculture in the country. The minister stated this while participating in a training workshop for agriculture instructors held at the Paddy Research Institute in Batalegoda. A series of island-wide training workshops to arm officers with knowledge and technology that had not taken place for many years commenced yesterday in 5 locations. Training workshops commenced at Batalegoda Anganukula Palace, Pulianukulama, Mahailukpallama and agricultural training centers. That's on development news. Moving on to sports news now. South Africa completes series win over Sri Lanka. Dimuth Karunaratne's century could not prevent South Africa from completing a 2-0 series win on the 3rd day of the second test against Sri Lanka at the Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg yesterday. South Africa won by 10 wickets after Sri Lanka were bowled out for 211 in their second innings. Set to make 67 runs to win, the hosts sealed their victory half an hour after lunch. It was South Africa's first Test series win since they defeated Pakistan 3-0 in South Africa in 2018-2019. A surprise 2-0 home defeat against Sri Lanka in the same series started a sequence of 3 successive series losses. That's on sports news. Moving on to business news now. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka has extended the suspension of Perpetual Treasuries Limited from carrying on business activities as a primary dealer for another 6 months, the bank said in a statement. The suspension was extended in order to continue the investigations being conducted by the central bank, the statement added. The suspension has been effective since 4:30 p.m. on the 5th of January 2021. The central bank suspended perpetual treasuries from carrying on business activities as a primary dealer on the 6th of July 2017 and has extended the suspension since then. That's on Business News.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on economic news, the Cabinet of Ministers approved Agriculture Minister Mahindana the Alutkamag's proposal to implement the paddy purchasing program of the Maha cultivation season. The Government Information Department said the Paddy Marketing Board will purchase paddy at guaranteed prices and minimize the unexpected fall in paddy prices. Paddy harvesting is scheduled for the 2020-2021 Maha season from the second week of January. With regard to small and large-scale irrigated farmers who receive the fertilizer subsidy, the PMB will purchase paddy according to the extent of cultivated land. That's on economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on weather update, showers or thunder showers in Uva province and in Hambantota and Ampara districts. Showers or thunder showers at several places elsewhere after 1 p.m. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. And with that weather update, we conclude the morning bulletin of news, and it's back to Vienna this morning.